Okay, good morning, one and all. How are you all doing today?
Very good.
Great. So, guys, welcome to the 93rd Toastmasters meeting of New Star Toastmasters Club on this very bright early Saturday morning. So, today, when I woke up, I don't get up so early, but after a long time, I realized, so when I woke up, I saw the sun hitting my face. And normally, since we are in a country like Dubai, we get a lot of sun, but we don't appreciate it. We are always used to sitting in the AC. I mean, I love the AC, which is not good, honestly, but yeah, we all love the AC. But today, when I felt the sun hitting my face, it was not that usual mood of irritation where I usually say, oh my God, the sun's hitting my face. Let me just draw the curtains. No. I actually felt nice because I rarely get up this early in the mornings. And normally the morning sun early in the morning is something, it's like a warm, it's not too hot, it's not too dull, it's like just perfect. So sun, we all, in UAE especially, a lot of people have a lot of vitamin D deficiency. And it is very important to appreciate the sun and our natural resources. I know it's a very simple thing, very cliche topic that everyone has probably talked about, but it's definitely important to appreciate our natural resources. So just a nudge from my side, I would appreciate all of you just like go out, take a walk in the sun, just soak in the sun rays, and with a bright morning sunshine and a sunshine of energy, let's go and proceed towards today's meeting. Yeah. So I would request all of you all please stand and repeat after to me the club mission. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Yeah. So a few ground rules I would like to go over for that we follow in every Toastmasters meeting. I would request each one of you all to applaud every speaker as they speak so that it motivates them and gives them a confidence to speak on the podium. Please turn off your cell phone for the benefit of everyone and also not to disturb the speaker and decorum of the meeting. The fire exit for the over here at our venue is right opposite. There's a right opposite the entrance. There's a fire exit. The washrooms are straight towards the left. They're the male and female washrooms. And we refrain from talking about 3 topics during our Toastmasters meeting, that is sex, politics, and religion. So I would request each one of you all to please refrain from using these topics. Okay, so with that, I would like to hand over the stage to our president of New Star Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Prasad. Sorry. Thank you. The camera.
Thank you so much, Salita Down, Toastmaster brand, for an energetic start to our meeting. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I would like to begin with a small story about the 3 fishers. There were 3 fishers who used to stay in a pond and they were very close friends, but they were quite different in their characteristics. One was very wise, always used to think ahead of, and the second was very easy, but he was very intelligent and was able to think on the go. And third was very lazy and always think, okay, whatever is going to happen, it will happen. So one day the wise fish, he overheard a group of fishermen were like discussing to come to this well and just catch all the fishes from the well. He heard and he ran. He went to his friends and informed him. The first fish told, "Okay, I will plan it and I will go deep to the this of the well, and I will just come up only at the end of the day." And the second told, "I will think something at that time." And the third one, as always, "I will do nothing. Let's see what is going to happen." The fisherman came, the first fish went down to the bottom of the well, and the remaining two fishes got caught. The second fish used his brain and just he remained still and enacted to be as a dead. So the fisherman just threw him out of the net in the well. The third fish, he did nothing and he just got caught in the net. So the moral of the story here is, whenever we see any problem ahead, we have to act swiftly and quickly. So with this note, I welcome you all to the New Start meeting, 93rd meeting, and I declare the meeting as open. Now, and for the benefit of our guests and the member, let's see what Toastmasters is all about. Toastmasters is a non-profit business educational organization where the member learns communication and leadership skills by practicing public speaking and working with business others in a friendly business environment. So in a typical Toastmasters meeting, which is attended by 15 to 20 members, we conduct the meetings and we have prepared speeches, we have impromptu speeches, we have constructive evaluation, and we do have leadership assignments. It was one of the great Dr. Rafsi Medley, and the first meeting was held on October 22nd, 1924. Yeah, in a Toastmasters hierarchy, if you see here at the top, we have the members, that's the U. So here, like if the members get benefited, then it helps them as well as the club. In terms, it helps the area, it helps the division, and in terms the Toastmaster fraternity's growth. Yeah. In a typical Toastmasters meeting, we work on our communication skills, leadership skills, presentation skills, and we become a confident public speakers. We increase our fluency in the language and networking with the others. And Toastmasters can offer a lot. Out of that, if you see, it uses an positive, helpful environment, and it's enjoyable and encouraging, and it helps us to work on our the communication, leadership, and organizing skills, and it has unlimited benefits, like we'll have clear communication, it will help us to grow in our career, and it provides a lot of opportunity in terms of the leadership roles that we do, and the large networking business opportunities that we get with various professionals. And Toastmasters works on the pathways curriculum. Actually, here in Toastmaster, we mainly work on the 5 core competencies, that is the public speaking, interpersonal skills, strategical leadership, confidence, and management skills. Here, we have the 11 different pathways. Now, these pathways are defined in such a way that the 5 core competencies that we discuss, these pathways, enables us to have around 300 different projects and sub competencies that we work. Like, for example, if the individual wants to work on his public speaking and the confidence, then and not much into his leadership skills, then he can go for yeah, he can work on the presentation mastery, and if somebody wants to go into deep into the leadership, he can choose leadership development or dynamic leadership. In pathways, we have like 5 levels, like in our educational course, where we have the like the year 1, year 2, and the final year. Same way in pathways, we have 5 levels where we start with the mastering the fundamentals, then identifying your style, and then going on to become an expert in that pathway. And at the end of each level, we get this certificate from the Toastmaster International. And in our this Toastmaster journey, we have a DTM, that is a Distinguished Toastmaster title, like which is the highest in terms of the educational that we can achieve wherein this is along with the education.
Why is it?
Yeah. Along with our educational achievements, we have to do some leadership roles also, wherein we complete the 2 part, and then we have to serve as an 1 year for the club officer, and then we have to serve as an district officer, and along with that, we have to be the club mentor or a sponsor. And coming to our different achievements, we have started this year on a high note. The first award, which was like declared by the district, so very proudly I say we were able to achieve that the award, and I would like to thank and congratulate all the members of the this one for the kind renewal. And special thanks to our treasurer, DTM Raghuram, to ensuring that we all like do the renewals on time. And now we'll just move on to the now as a part of our this year, we have started to like know our roles. Like we took up like this leadership role. So in for the benefit of our members and the guests, let's know what actually these roles are all about. To start with, we are going to see what is the role of the club treasurer, and who better to present it than the treasurer himself, who has been like one of the mentor of the club, and who has been taking up the role many times. So please welcome DTM Raghuram to explain the role about treasurer.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. First of all, I am the treasurer of this club. Also, I have taken these roles many times. And what are the roles of treasurer and what are the responsibilities? Roles of a treasurer. First of all, he is the custodian of funds, and Toastmaster is a non-profit organization. We collect here funds and pay to the TMI and pay to any charges, etc. Okay. Now, what are the roles? Roles are collecting the money and paying. That's it. That is the role. And what are the responsibilities? Responsibility is before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. Now, before the meeting, we prepare the financial statements and make it ready in case required to submit in the club meetings and in the executive committee meetings. And during the meeting, in case we have to collect money from the new member, existing member, or we have to collect from the payout bills from the president or the sergeant at arms or anybody, that we have to pay and get the bills and then pay. Without get the bills, don't pay anything. That is what my policy, I maintain with that, I stick to that. And another thing is, one good thing what we have to do, positive approach. We have to ask all the club officers, do you have any bills? Because otherwise, these presidents or anybody will forget. Make sure that they don't lose that bill collected. That's one thing. This is during the club meeting we do. And in case you have to submit the financial report for the members or for the executive committee, you have to prepare it and keep it ready to submit. And after the club meetings, you have collected the views from the member, new member, existing member, you have to submit it to TMI. That is one part. Another thing is you have to make sure that you have paid the amount to sergeant arms to pay for the venue, pay for the snacks, pay for any other things, Zoom meetings or anything, you have to pay. That is during after the, you have to plan, after the club meeting, you have to plan these other things to be made. And now, what is the financial year of TMI? TMI is July to June. So in the month of July, you have to prepare the budgets for the club. When you are preparing the budget for the club, budget for the whole year, budget for debate contest, budget for the annual contest, these are the three budgets you have to prepare and get it approved from within the executive committee. And then in case required, you submit it to the club meetings. You can do that. Now, another thing is from time to time, in case you have to review the fees. Now, if the venue fees has been increased, then you have to make sure that your whatever the amount you are collecting from members needs to be reviewed and budgeted again, and then prepare. These are the half yearly and yearly fees. This is what you have to do. And now, as you all know, now TMI fees has increased from August. So, as a club member, a club treasurer, I have already advised everybody that 60 dirham is going to increase. $15 equal to 60 dirham. We are not increasing anything else, only that much we have done. So these are the roles of this one. And at the end of the year, you have to make sure that you get it audited. In a year, you audit in 2 times, 4 times, whatever you feel fit according to the executive committee decided. Otherwise, once in a year, you have to get it audited and you have to submit the details to executive committee and ask the president to get it audited. These are the roles of a treasurer. This is how I am managing. And financial reports, what I do, I simply make a receipts and payments. And to make little diversification, what I did is in my financial statements, I made a summary of the sheet and I made one sheet in Excel pertaining to receipts, another sheet pertaining to payments, and to TMI, another sheet pertaining to other expenses, another sheet pertaining to other incomes. So incomes, what type of incomes? In case you are lending your Zoom to others and you are collecting some money. And other expenses, snacks, venue fees, and anything else. Otherwise, nothing. Everything is, these are the roles of a treasurer. So very simple to handle if you wish to. But make sure that committed, on time, everything if you do, you will fulfill the responsibility in a better manner. Over to you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Club Leader, BB Raghuram, for detailing your role. Now we'll have the guest introduction, and let me first acknowledge like some of the guests here. First, like we have our area director, Toastmaster, Kaushik. So this is supporting us as a general evaluator, and he's having this club today. Thank you so much for your presence. Yeah, and we have a guest with us, Venkatesan. Like, if you can just give a brief introduction about yourself. What brought you here? What you do? Yeah, can.
Hi guys, good morning. My name is Venkatesh. Basically, I'm an mathematician. I'm working as a senior data scientist. So this is the first time I'm attending Toastmaster. But I heard Toastmaster International Club running in India when I was studying college. But I was very afraid to attend because most of the senior people will be there. So I'm very basically I'm an introvert person. So what pushes me to attend now? I have to present so many things to my office to demonstrate our storytelling based on my work and analysis. So I attended so many online classes, but I couldn't it didn't work out. Then I was searching in the chat GPT how I can improve my public speaking and how I can improve my presentation skill and everything. Then ChatGPT suggested me just attend Toastmaster International Club. You will be all right on. You will be enhance your communication skill and presentation skills. So this short story, which what pushes me to attend this club. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much. Venkateshan, you are really made a very right decision, and in a few weeks time we will find out. Yeah. So now we have some guests online. We have Toastmaster Vinu joining us. So she will be doing a role. So we'll have her this introduction sometime. Thank you for joining, and we have some other guests. DTM Abhijit Roy, and we have this Ashoka, and we have Vishwanath. Yeah, Vishwanath. So with this, we moved ahead, and I would like to invite the captain for today's meeting, and today being the International Youth Day. So today's TMOD is the youngest member of our club. He is an incoming student of the artificial intelligence in business, and previously a brand manager at Cipla in Mumbai. 6 months into Toastmaster, a powerhouse, and our upcoming humorous speaker, our current Sajid Atam. Please join me to welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ryan Alvarez.
Hello, everyone, once again. Yes, so as I was going through life the other day, and I went to my cousin's house the other day. Like, I just went for a little family visit, and in that family visit, I saw my little cousin on his computer, and I was wondering, what does he do for so long on the computer? I mean, I do like games, but I don't like to sit on a computer 24/7. I'm more of a social animal. I like talking to people. So I was so intrigued with what he's doing on the computer. So I went to him and I asked him, why are you sitting on the computer 24/7? Don't you have any friends? So he's like, yeah, I do have friends. I'm like, why don't you go and meet them? And my cousin says, what are you saying, Ryan? I'm hanging out with them on the computer. I'm playing Call of Duty on the computer. I'm like, hanging out with them on the computer since when did this become a thing? Like, come on, Ryan, you're becoming old. I'm like, I'm not so old also, but yeah, for them, I'm little old school for not liking hanging out on a computer. So apart from that, I also see I have a younger sister, and she's also on her phone 24/7, and I find that very odd. I feel like, because I'm not used to like talking to people 24/7 on a phone, but that's what is happening nowadays. We are 24/7 on our phones. We are always socializing, and that has become the norm for today. But what are we missing in today's life and era? The personalized touch. And that is what my theme of today's meeting is, the personalized touch. Nowadays, we have forgotten our age-old ways. We have forgotten what it is to have a personalized touch. That everything is now through a phone. Companies are now spending billions of dollars just to get personalized messages. I mean, I feel so nice when Life Pharmacy, where my account is registered, wishes me a happy birthday. Even though I know it's an automated computerized message, but it does give you a very personalized feel. So I would like to urge everyone, whether it is your family, your friends, your colleagues, your relatives, try to go meet them face to face once in a while. And okay, yeah, if you're not able to physically meet them, try to go on a video call. Like nowadays, we are even afraid of the videos. We're like, oh my God, I don't look good. So it's very important to add that personalized touch and feel. And which is why I would like to urge all of you all, and I would like to tell through this meeting that we need to follow the personalized touch approach. Now, now in this meeting, we have our word of the day, who will be presented by Toastmaster Meenu. And round of applause, please, for Toastmaster Meenu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ryan.
Yes, so Toastmaster Meenu will be presenting the word of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Meenu. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Just, I'm so sorry.
Good morning. Good morning, Toastmaster of the day, Ryan, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Purpose of word of the day is to help members learn a new word or reminisce about a word we haven't used for a long time and apply it during the meeting. And hopefully we can retain it for future use also. Words are chosen not only to help members, but also they can use it in their daily conversations. So I want to share my PPT. Word of the day. It's euphoria. Euphoria, it's noun. Euphoric, it's adjective. And euphorically, it's adverb. Meaning a feeling or state of intense excitement and happiness. Great happiness. Origin, modern Latin from Greek, from euphor. Synonyms, elation, happiness, joy, excitement, exhilaration, delight. Few examples like crowd erupted in euphoria when their favorite team scored the winning goal. These substances produce euphoria when taken in small doses. She was euphoric when she received the Oscar award. He was still in a state of euphoria hours after the exam got finished. We can say that. Hope you all got the word meaning, right? Euphoria.
Yes.
Can we go for a round robin session?
Yeah, let me invite 2 to 3 speakers.
Toastmaster Rajlakshmi.
Real euphoric moment lies within you. Means you can decide whether you have to be euphoric or not when the real happiness happens.
Wow, great. Toastmaster Ryan.
The 93rd Toastmasters meeting of New Start Toastmasters Club brought me immense euphoria.
Wow, great. Toastmaster Anita.
It's really euphoric to see so many guests today and hoping that some of them will become our very ardent members.
So
Yes,
I request everybody to use as much as possible in our meeting. I will.
Area Director Kaushik wants to release the word.
Okay.
So I think the Toastmasters meeting on Saturday is like being an
In euphoria.
Wonderful. Over to you, Toastmaster Ryan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Meenu. If Toastmaster Meenu is actually a Toastmaster working with Akbar Travels as a product contracting manager. She's a one-year-old Toastmaster and currently she's serving as the ITT member of District 127 ITT. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Meenu, for presenting the word of the day. Now, proceeding further, we have our prepared project speeches. So our first speaker for today would be our Vice President of Public Relations of New Star Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Padmini. And she'll be, yeah. Is there? Yeah. And she'll be presenting her level 1 project. Huh? Yeah, so evaluating Toastmaster Padmini's speech will be Toastmaster Prasad Kadam, who is our current president of New Star Toastmasters Club. I would request Toastmaster Prasad to please read out the objectives of her speech.
Good morning, all. My target speaker, Toastmaster Padmini, is attempting her level 1 project with writing a speech with purpose. The purpose of the project is for the member to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well organized speech on any topic. The time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So, Toastmaster Padmini, graphology and power of graphotherapy. Graphology and power of graphotherapy. Toastmaster Padmini, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ryan. And good morning. Good morning, Toastmaster Ryan, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'm going to talk about 2 things which will add value to your personal as well as your professional life: graphology and graphotherapy. All of us know graphology is analysis of handwriting for knowing about a person's behavior as well as personality. But how many of us know that handwriting is as unique as a fingerprint? Every time you sign, every time you put a signature, you are sending a signal to your subconscious mind and the universe. Then handwriting analysis, excuse me.
Go ahead, a little louder.
Able to hear me? It's
Yes,
quite
but
hard
a
to
little louder.
hear. Yeah. Okay. I'm not able to see the timer.
It will be manually done by Raghu.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Now about signature. The signature is something which you're going to every time you sign, you'll be sending a signal to the universe as well as your subconscious mind. Now, what is the subconscious mind? It is something such a fantastic thing. Each and everything that you tell, it will accept it. That is, it will take it for granted. Whatever you tell, it will take it. If you say you're a winner, you are a performer, you are an achiever, it will make you perform that way. Same thing. On the contrary, if you feel feelings of fear, self-doubt, failure, that is the result that it will give. Do you know the difference, lack of sync between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind is responsible for several things, such as low self-esteem, nervousness, lack of inconsistent energy. All these things are a result of lack of coordination between consciousness and subconsciousness. Now, coming to the next thing is, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. One thing is, how do we bring about coordination between the conscious and the subconscious mind? Handwriting analysis is that which helps in bringing about this coordination. That is, how does handwriting analysis help a Toastmaster? By making a handwriting analysis, a Toastmaster can know about himself or herself. How do you think? Whether you are a fast thinker or you take time to comprehend. Whether you are a good speaker, whether you have the fluidity of thoughts to be a good speaker. Whether you can express yourself, whether you can express your emotions easily, or you bottle up and suddenly burst out one day, boom. All these things are known from handwriting analysis. And then it will also tell you about whether you're whether you have leadership skills, whether you are a cheerleader, self-cheerleader, or you are self-critical. All these can be found out from the handwriting analysis. Okay. Next thing is going a little deeper into the handwriting analysis. Don't be surprised if I say your handwriting, from one page of your handwriting, your health status can be found out. Starting from your headaches, your migraine, whether you have hypertension, diabetes, or kidney issues, your stomach problems, hormonal issues, whether it is arthritis, or some of the less talked about things like snoring, sleepwalking, sleep talking, stuttering, or stammering, acidity, and you can name it. It's all there in handwriting analysis. So now the next thing is does handwriting analysis stop at telling all these things? Does it stop just in identifying all these things? No, it isn't that. The good news is there is a solution. And what is the solution? The solution is graphotherapy. And what is graphotherapy? Graphotherapy, in simple words, is bringing about a change in your mindset by changing handwriting, by bringing in some changes in your handwriting. Graphotherapy is a set of predefined letters and patterns which is written regularly for just say 15 or 20 minutes to bring about a change in the mindset. As you know, everything starts in the mind. There is actually, as per recent studies, health diseases don't occur overnight. Even if it is cancer, it doesn't happen overnight. Everything starts at the brain level, at the mind level. Over a period of time, if it is unattended, when it is not attended, it manifests itself in the body in the form of a disease. So if you are fortunate enough, then you can rectify those things at the mind level. That's the best thing you can do. And graphotherapy is exactly what it does. It brings in a coordination, a sync between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. It brings about a coordination between the mind and the body. All this and more. And what happens because of that is you have a healthy body and a healthy mind. And with graphotherapy, by practicing graphotherapy, you not only have sufficient time to understand yourself properly, you also have the power in your hand to prevent diseases and other ailments. So, my dear Toastmaster, it is my humble request, make use of this science, which is a wonderful science. Graphology in general has been in existence for more than 1 century, but unfortunately, most of us do not know about it. So now that we know that graphology and graphotherapy are so powerful, I request all of you to make use of this science and for your self-development and your self-progress. Moving a step forward, you can even learn this science so that you can help yourself plus all others around. Have a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Padmini, for that enlightening speech. I've definitely learned a lot about graphology. It has given me a good insight into that. So thank you for that speech. Yeah. So the second speaker we have for today is Toastmaster Anshuman. Toastmaster Anshuman is the secretary of our New Start Toastmasters Club, and he is also a very distinguished speaker and humor king of our club. His evaluator would be Toastmaster Abhijit Roy. Distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit Roy. DTM Abhijit Roy has been a Toastmaster for 6 years. He has served as a club coach, mentor, and sponsor. He served as area director and is currently serving as division director in USA. He is a keynote speaker and influencer and has attained the DTM award recognition in the traditional program. He is professionally a legal professional in the oil and gas sector for 14 years. DTM Abhijit Roy, I would request you to kindly read the objectives of Toastmaster Anshuman's speech.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters. Today, Anshuman is going to be delivering his level 2 project 3 speech, which is introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. And this particular project is all about to understand how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. And for the specific speech, Toastmaster Anshuman will have to explain about his experience serving as a protege, which is as a mentee. Timer, please keep note. Timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Wishing the speaker all the very best, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster Anshuman. The mentor-mentee equation. The mentor-mentee equation. Toastmaster Anshuman. Over to you. Guys, round of applause for Toastmaster Anshuman, please.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I would like to take you all back about 24 years. I was a shy little kid in the 4th grade who oozed a total lack of self-confidence. One day, my class teacher, Mrs. Zakaria, announced that the school is organizing an English elocution contest and that she wanted me to participate. I clearly remember thinking, oh God, this ma'am hates me. That's why she wants to humiliate me in front of the entire school. But sensing my fear, she came up to me and handed this fun little poem in my hand and said, don't worry, I'll help you practice. But remember, I want you to deliver this poem in a way that you'll enjoy it. And believe it or not, in the contest, I ended up winning the 3rd prize out of 4 contestants. But unknowingly, I had won a much bigger prize. The inner self-confidence within a little child. And soon, public speaking became a passion. All thanks to a great teacher and mentor in Mrs. Zakaria, who saw something in me which probably no one else did and nudged me in the right direction. Years passed and I changed. All those useful interests that I once had took a backseat. until the year of COVID hit. Suddenly, I was running out of ideas as to how to criminally waste my spare time. That's when my good friend and Area 31 director at the time, Ashwin Balachandran, introduced me to Toastmasters and this lovely little club called New Start. And that gave a new start in my life. As I attended my first meeting as a guest, I felt the same nervousness and fear I had as a 10-year-old. Honestly, Toastmasters at times can be a pretty daunting place for a newcomer. You listen to all these confident speakers and just pray that no one asks you to speak. And then you see this 5-level long curriculum, which reminds you of your never-ending CBSE syllabus in school. It's only natural to feel a bit lost. But that's where the beauty and importance of the Toastmaster mentorship program lies. Where an experienced Toastmaster is assigned to a newcomer. Someone who's been through that phase himself and knows exactly how to help take those first steps into the world of Toastmasters. Fortunately for me, our president at the time, DTM Anita Naidu, assigned herself as my mentor. She started off by giving me these small roles like word master, accounter, grammarian. But in that process, each time I got a chance to speak, even for a few seconds, it rekindled that passion I once had. Helped me break the ice and deliver my first speech. Something I think we can all agree is a big moment in every Toastmasters journey. She even pushed a newcomer like me to take part in the club debate contest. And soon, I found myself representing our club at the Division I debate contest. It was a huge deal for me. Our team gave it our best. And believe it or not, Team New Start got knocked out in the very first round. Naturally, I was disappointed. But that whole experience of rubbing shoulders with some of the best debaters made me believe that if they can, one day so can I. So much so that in a few months' time, when we had the annual club speech contest, I mustered the guts and initiative to approach DTM Anita and say, I would like to try my hand at giving a humorous speech. Being the person she is, she pushed me into taking part in the dreaded table topics contest as well. She gave me small tips as to how to go about preparing a winning speech, which I believe made a big impact and helped me go far in the contest. For that, and for guiding me through my entire first year at Toastmasters, I would like to say thank you. But it doesn't end there. She somehow convinced even a newcomer like me to take up the role of Vice President Education for the upcoming Toastmaster year, which is a big deal for a lazy guy like me. The following year, in a leadership role, I must admit, was a very challenging. But under the very able guidance of my president that year, Toastmaster Rajalakshmi, and our entire ExCon, we strived to push our club forward. During that phase, I realized mentorship is not reserved to just 1 or 2 people. Each time I hit a roadblock, like coming up with a club success plan or arranging education sessions or club contests, I turned to a number of different veteran Toastmasters for help. Right from DTM Raghu to Toastmaster Shobha to our AD at our time, Asha George, and of course, the one and only Toastmaster Prasad, who's always been there for me, not just as a mentor, but also as a good friend. I would like to thank each one of them for being that guide and mentor to me, not just then, but even today. My entire life, right from that 10-year-old child to my current journey at Toastmasters, has taught me one very valuable lesson. That there'll always be people around to support and guide you. But seeking out for that help and using it to propel you in the right direction depends entirely on oneself. Even today, believe it or not, as I stand here giving my first speech on a physical platform, I'm looking to learn from the feedback of each one of you. As the great former US statesman and scientist Benjamin Franklin once said, tell me and I'll forget. Teach me And I may remember. Involve me and I learn. So to all the mentors out there, involve your mentees in the process to help them evolve. And to all the mentees out there, the best way to get the most out of this enriching experience called Toastmasters is by involving yourself in the process. On that note, I would like to wish each and every one of you all the very best in your respective Toastmaster journeys. And for those who haven't joined yet, don't think twice. Trust me, it will change your life for the better. Thank you.
Incredible speech by Toastmaster Anshuman. It's delivered with a lot of passion. And Toastmaster Anshuman, I definitely felt that for sure. And definitely took one thing from your speech. I've seen two types of people. The first type of person is they say, if they can do it, I can definitely do it. And the second type of person is, if they can do it, let them do it. And I'm proud to say that Anshuman is the first type of person that he says that he's always determined to strive further and to reach success. So thank you so much for that wonderful speech, Toastmaster. Yeah. So moving on to our third speaker. Our third speaker speech will be delivered by none other than BTM Anita, who is our Vice President of Membership for New Start Toastmasters Club. Her speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Rajalakshmi. Toastmaster Rajalakshmi is our past president, currently serving as the Area 3 Secretary. She is very passionate about Toastmasters and she's been committed to the Toastmasters fraternity for 6 years. She is the money person in her career. She loves networking, dancing, and anything that involves fun. Toastmaster Rajalakshmi, I would request you to kindly read the objectives of DTM Anita's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ryan. My target speaker, DTM Anita, is trying to attempt her level 3 project using descriptive language in the path Engaging Humor, titled What Freaks Me Out More. Purpose of this speech is for the member to practice writing a speech with an emphasis on adding language to increase interest and impact. Time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, DTM Anita. Over to you, Toastmaster Ryan.
DTM Anita, what freaks me out even more? What freaks me out even more? DTM Anita, over to you. Thank you so much. Round of applause for DTM Anita.
Srini, that's the 6th car now. I think it's too much. We need to move on. Don't teach me the rules of the road, Anita. Well, this is the regular argument I have with my husband whenever he is at the slip lane and trying to move his car into the main lane. And that's one reason I got late today. He would just sit there patiently waiting for each car to pass by before he moves his car from the slip lane into the main lane. And my mind would be racing to reach the Toastmasters venue on dot. This attitude of his freaks me out, I must tell you. But what freaks me out even more is the English language. All right? Why? TO is do. DO is do. So why is GO not goo? Good morning, Toastmasters. Yes, English language freaks me out. This all started when I was a cute little, even more shorter, 8-year-old student. Mrs. Coelho, our social studies teacher, was teaching us about things about deciduous and coniferous forests. And she mentioned that the fir tree belongs to the pine family. And what does she write on the board? F-I-R. Now the Samuel Johnson in me woke up and said, teacher, F-U-R it should be. That's wrong. Mrs. Coelho gave me a very cold gaze. We should talk after the class, Anita, she said. I was in a state of euphoria But let me tell you, that is history better not told. Because I literally was made to fall on my face in the next class in front of all the new people out there. English freaks me out. My dear friends, do you know that English has got 26 letters in its alphabet? Yes. Each letter has got its own designated pronunciation. Yet, English is stingy. Why? Because it keeps some letters without pronouncing them, calling them the silent letters, right? This P, S, Y, C, H, O, L, G, Y, L, O, G, Y. Why is the word P not being pronounced there? Why not psychology or just remove it? Same to do with PNEUMONRA. Again, the word P is not being pronounced there. It calls them silent, for silent letters. Now, English is not stingy only with the pronunciation of letters. English is also stingy with using different pronunciation for different letters. Okay, why? I mean, using the, yeah, when it comes to letters which are spelled the same, which are, pronounced the same, but which have different meanings. What do we call them? We call them the homonyms, all right? This happened way back in my college days. So I will talk to you about practically how a homonym was brought into my face and how I felt even more freaked out. So way back during my PG days, me and my friends went to a place called, visited a place called Pandharipur down in South India, which brews tradition, culture, and whatnot all. Now, after the temple visits, we were famished. We could eat a horse. Now, eat a horse? What does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean, it means that English is exaggerated. It does not mean that you're going to eat a horse. It means that you're so hungry, you could eat anything that is served. All right? So crispy dosas came on our table with chutney and sambar. And my friend here could not wait anymore. She tore a big piece of dosa, scooped a big dollop of chutney and devoured it. And then the drama started. Oh, the chutney is so hot. It's so hot. Water. The owner of the restaurant came running to us, poor humble fellow. And he said, Behan, sister, chutney cold, fridge, sambar, hot. Dear friends, English. In English, hot means something which is hot to touch. Hot means something which is spicy. And hot could also mean somebody who's got a very, very adorable, admirable personality like our treasurer, DTM Raghu. Right? Now that is why English freaks me out. 3 different words spelled in the same way and pronounced in the same way, but different meanings. All right. Now moving on to something which is more gross, right? You know that my late father-in-law, he told me that if you don't put a comma in English, it could kill a person, and it happened once. So the person who was innocent and had to be, not the accused, he had to be freed. The typist who was typing the verdict typed 3 words and look at the, listen to where he put the comma. He said, hang, comma, not free, instead of hang not, comma, free. And the poor guy was hung. So you have to be careful with your commas, my dear friends. Think about this statement. I like barbecuing my family and my dog. Without the comma. If you put the comma, it should be I like barbecuing, comma, I like my family and my friends. It makes more sense. All right. So be very, very aware of the commas. Now moving on to the next thing. Oxymorons. Oxy means wise, morons means fools. Okay, what are we talking here? We're taking 2 opposite things, 2 opposite words, getting them married and asking them to live in marital bliss. Again, 2 opposite words, marriage and bliss. Yeah, and to make the sentence more emphatic so that it sounds more euphoric. So you guys, can you all just tell me if you've been using oxymorons in your daily life? You can keep thinking, but didn't you ever climb down the stairs, climbing down? Didn't you ever maintain original copies of your passport, original copies, so on and so forth. English freaks me out, I must say. My dear friends, this is not, I think this is just the tip of the entire English language. But what I understand from English language is that it can be intimidating, it can be complicated, it can really put you to task, but it is awfully beautiful language. It is very purposeful and it is easy to comprehend if you keep it simple. If you keep it simple and you can overcome your glossophobia, I mean the fear of public speaking, and become a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious speaker, I mean pretty awesome speaker, if you keep it simple and keep trying to come in front of the audience and presenting yourself. Over to you. Oh, by the way, I have to join my husband in his car now. So over to the TMOD, Toastmaster Ryan.
Thank you so much, DTM Anita.
Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Anita, for that wonderful speech. And indeed, English is a very confusing language. And I can definitely relate to that speech because I have to think twice before texting anything because one sentence can have like maybe 5 different meanings. So definitely would keep that in mind. Thank you so much, DTM Anita. So now I would like to call upon DTM Raghu to give the timers report.
Those must continue spoke up to 7 minutes 30 seconds. Those must Anshuma spoke 7 minutes 10 minutes 10 seconds. Those must Anita spoke 7 minutes 35 seconds. So 2 disqualification, 1 qualification.
Okay. Thank you so much, DTM Raghu. Yes, sure. Okay. Should I go ahead? Yeah. So moving forward, we would like to go on to the next segment of today's meeting, which is the table topic segment. The table topic segments will be hosted by none other than our club treasurer, DTM Raghu. DTM Raghu, over to you for the table topic segment. Round of applause, everyone, please.
Thank you. First of all, again, good morning to you all. So I am the table topic master, and this is one of the very important sessions in the Toastmaster Club meetings. And the purpose of this table topic session is to give opportunity to everybody in the club to speak. And the second purpose is you can come over here and think and speak on your feet and develop your confidence. These are the two purposes, and the timing is minimum 1 minute you have to speak, maximum 2.5 minutes you have to speak. If you speak less than 1 minute and more than 2.5 minutes, you will be disqualified. Timer will show 1 minute green signal and 1.5 minute amber and 2 minute red signal, and it will go on up to the speaker complete the speeches. Now, let me invite the first speaker. I will only give 2, 3, 4 speakers only. I will call. Okay, let me invite the first speaker, Toastmaster DTM Kaushik. DTM Kaushik, your topic is you are gifted with one thing that you can change. What will that be and why? You are gifted with one thing that you can change. What will that be and why? Over to you, DTM Kaushik.
Thank you, DTM Raghu. As I told, it was an euphoria to be here the Saturday morning and silently rather feeling asking me to come here to speak about something change in my life, which is good. As a married person, let me take the privilege. take the subject as my wife. I hope she is not listening,
Right.
but I will tell some good things also. I hope she listens. Generally, we don't listen each other. Same like Vite Manita mentioned. She doesn't like his husband staying in the service lane, going into this. And my wife always say, you will take this lane, I need to take this lane. Okay, so this is finished when she got the driving license. Now I don't do that. I keep watching silently. Marriage is a bliss. In some ways. You get dear partner, we completed 23 years. You can say it is a bliss. But I would think if I could have a chance to change it, what would happen to this? When I got a chance to change it, I didn't have money and time. Now I have those I don't want. So let me continue with the bliss I have given. Although I have a wish to change, but let me not change because the red card is always there. Thank you.
Thank you. Well attended. And let me invite our guest. Please. Guest Venkat, your topic is if you had to teach something, what would you teach? If you had to teach something, what would you teach? Yes, Venkat, over to you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's the first day. So, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah. If you had to teach something, what would you teach?
Yeah. Let me introduce myself first. I'm also married man. So I have a kid. So now he is 9 years old, 9 months old. So the topic which is given to me, if I teach my kid, sorry.
What would it be?
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, I'm little nervous now.
What can you teach your child?
Yeah. So first thing, don't use others' mind first. As I grown up like this, I don't want be greedy for others' money, first of all. Then second thing, I'll teach him I'll teach him please respect humans first. That's it. So yeah, I'm a bit nervous now. I'm sorry.
What else will tell your child?
Yeah, soon. Okay. Sorry. So I can agree. So he's very naughty nowadays. He's very adamant. So I'm just slowly changing his mind to calm down and respect people and respect others, people, gods. So these are the things I would say to my kid or any new children that I come across in my life.
Thank you very much. Very well attended. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Now the next speaker is Toastmaster Minu. Toastmaster Minu, your topic is, if I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for? If I could grant you one wish, what would you wish for? Toastmaster meaning. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Raghu. If you grant one wish, right? Grant me one wish. Definitely, I'll wish like my mom. I want my mom to be back. She is my best friend. She taught me a lot of valuable things. Like everybody knows, like how important a mom in her girl's life. So 2017, all of a sudden she passed away. So if you grant me a wish, definitely I wish like if mom with me, and she will be able to see my growth, and yeah, that's the wish which.
Continue.
Mm. See, in my life, like my best, if you ask me who is my best friend, my mom is my best friend, like whom I used to share everything, and the struggles and the sacrifices which she has done through all in her life is the one like which helps me. Seeing her in my childhood, like all those experience helps me, motivates me to move further. Like when my kid was in 2017, uh, I'm unable to continue. I'm sorry.
No, after what? No, no. Okay. Now the fourth speaker, Toastmaster Ashok. Toastmaster Ashok? Okay. Good. Toastmaster Ashok, if I could rewrite history. If I could rewrite history, Toastmaster Ashok. Over to you. Can you please mute?
Sorry,
Unmute?
sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you for this opportunity, table topic master. If I could rewrite history, I would go back to my childhood, start to write or rewrite my history. So I was just an average student in my school days. Like in our environment, it was not much educational exposure. So I did not much exposure or not much concentrated these soft skills like listening, speaking, and this what is meant by self-confidence. So these things were really put me in case to moving forward. So I realized these I can say these enemies holded me back to move forward in my corporate life as well. So if I could rewrite my history, so I would have joined Toastmaster early to enhance my these skills and to show my talent to this universe. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. Table topic master. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. Let them take, and that's the end of it. And timer, please give the timer sequence.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghu. DDM Kaushik spoke for 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
Okay.
Yes, Venkat spoke for 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Toastmaster Meenu spoke for 1 minute and 35 seconds. And Toastmaster Ashok spoke for 1 minute and 43 seconds. All qualified.
Okay, all qualified, please vote for the best speaker. And so all online Toastmasters, please send a WhatsApp message to Toastmaster Anita or Toastmaster Ryan. Okay? Fine, thank you. Over to you, ATM. Toastmaster Dhyan. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Table Topics Master DTM Raghu. So now moving forward, we move on to the next segment of today's meeting, which will be the evaluation segment. Our first evaluator would be Toastmaster Prasad Kadam, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Toastmaster Padmini's speech. Toastmaster Prasad. Camera.
Thanks so much, Toastmaster Ryan. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and especially my target speaker, Toastmaster Padmini. Firstly, congratulations to you on completing your level 1 project to with a purpose. I was euphoric when I heard that you are going to give a speech on this one, handwriting this analysis and the graphology. Also, I think really the handwriting needs to be analyzed for me as a writer. It was just at the school time, it should be just good enough for my teacher to understand and then give the marks. But actually, it was a very good speech, and you have met the objective of this introducing the like what this handwriting analysis is all about, and what the graphology and therapy. Like we could understand how our signatures of sign can be a signals like between the universe and this subconscious mind, and how this is beneficial this handwriting this analysis and this graphology is to us across all our life. Now you could explain how it helps to understand what is our personality, what are the leadership skills, and it can even help us to improve our health status. Now, coming to your speech evaluation. Yeah, firstly, you met your speech objective of presenting the speech with the purpose. Your purpose statement was this introduction to handwriting business analysis and the graphology. As a speaker, I think good content is always good when it is delivered in a nice way. I felt like you could have done a good practice. You could have done more practice before delivering the speech, and then I could feel like you were not much prepared, and you could have checked your voice before you start, and your body language was good. Your screen presence was there, and overall, you could just work on more practice, and that will help you in your next speeches. This is overall some good informative speech on what is a handwriting business analysis. Just work on your practicing more, so it will be some great speech in the future. Over to you, Toastmaster Ryan.
Yeah. So moving forward, our second evaluation will be done by Toastmaster Abhijit Roy. Toastmaster Abhijit Roy will be evaluating Toastmaster Anshuman's speech. Toastmaster Abhijit Roy, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Give me a moment, please. Can I have the timer reset again?
Can you see it? You are muted.
So it's
Okay, fine.
I'm using a secondary device for my audio. So we can start now. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters and Toastmaster Anshuman. The mentor-mentee equation. The very first time when I came across a title, I was expecting something of a balance where Toastmaster Anshuman would come forward, talk about his experience as a mentor and also as a mentee. But he had a very different stand. He talked something about Toastmaster Mrs. Sakaria, and then after that, Mrs. Anita Naidu, who were very much instrumental in making his life of what he has turned out to be today. A great public speaker, a confident person, and a more inspiring individual who is inspiring more lives across the Toastmasters platform. To make things easier for all of us to understand, he explained of how he stood today in the physical dais to be a more confident speaker. And this wouldn't have been possible unless he was a true mentee to a great mentor. So in a way, the articulation of his explanation of how mentor-mentee equation worked out for him was something well explained, well demonstrated with illustrative examples. This is what really mesmerized his speech for all of us to listen and understand of what he wanted to explain. The second part, which I thoroughly loved, is his simplicity. He never used any high-level jargons or huge vocabulary to make things even difficult for the audience to understand. Simple use of vocabulary, plain language, and straightforward approach made his speech even easier and comfortable for all of us to listen. That is an attribute of a great speaker. And the third important is, towards the end, when he was concluding, he made a quote about a leadership from Benjamin Franklin, and also passed on a clear message for mentors and mentees. This was well explained. Now, having said that, all things put in a bucket of the good things can make an individual a great speaker. But here are one or two observations, Toastmaster Anshuman, which I feel can actually help you to improve on your future speeches. Number one is the tonality. When you talk about the good things about anybody, be it yourself or anyone, the excitement level increases. The punches of making some praises for an individual increases. And when you do that, your tonality of your voice modulation ideally will increase. That was something which I found was kept flat when you were explaining about Mrs. Sakaria as well as DTM Anita Raghu. Not just that, you also explained about how your experience with the different ExCom members, including Toastmaster Alakshmi, also worked wonders for you. So when you talk about people, your excitement level should be of top notch. That is something that you can look upon when you have some enthusiastic opinion about people in the podium. And the second part is a little smile. When you have excitement, a speaker can have that facial expressions can make speeches even better. So all in all, a great speech, Toastmaster Anshuman. You already are a champion speaker in making little more improvements here and there. can even make your future speeches go to a top height. All the very best for your future speeches, Toastmaster Anshuman. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, DTM Abhijit, for that wonderful evaluation. Our next evaluator would be Toastmaster Rajalakshmi, who would be evaluating DTM Anita Naidu's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Rajalakshmi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ryan. Good morning, all the Toastmasters and guests once again, and great applause to my target speaker, DTM Anita Naidu, who have done a fantastic job and made an euphoric moment to all the audience with her exaggerating speech, exaggerating in the sense, exaggerating with meaningful deliveries. What freaks me out more? It was really an enjoyable speech, and she was very pleasant throughout the speech while delivering the speech, and as always. It shows her presence of mind as the speech was flowing like a river from the beginning to the center of the speech, that is the crux, and then at the end of the speech. She started with a great beginning as a personal story. Always the personal anecdotes are truly relatable. I was seeing myself in that moving into the main lane of the road, how it is difficult, and the mindset of that person who is driving on the vehicle. So it was so relatable. She used personal anecdotes to the same, and it was so appealing to the audience. Literally, this speech she was explaining, she has used so much different usages of English, which many of these usages are new to some of the audience like me. The usages like oxymorons or anecdotes or different other literal or the figurative usage of English. And the first one example, in the classroom, when the teacher, the conversation between the teacher and DTM Anita, and she highlighted that the Samuel Johnson in me woke up, and she asked some questions to the teacher. Then again, the conversation or the incident when she visited into the temple, then after that to the restaurant, and to the restaurant person, when her friend bite the sambar idli and the sambar, oh how hot it is, and what the reply came from the waiter. So these all are different kinds of analogies she has used, and the difference between like the English psychology, philosophy, the usage of the words, how to pronounce the words. Basically, this shows she has done a really well kind of research, or she has indebted into that knowledge of this specific speech and tried to deliver the best out of the speech. Then the improvement point, what she could have been improved, what I felt is, one is to work on the counters. Somewhere in between or throughout the speech, there were some missing words or filler words here and there that she could have worked out. And the other is the usage of voice modulation. There were incidents between, means different kinds of incidents she mentioned, conversations she mentioned. So she could have used voice modulation during that time. To sum it up, overall, the great speech, the literal and figurative usage of English has been clearly explained, and she added some fun elements during the conversation, and to work upon the counter and the voice modulation. All the best to DTM Anita, and handing over to Toastmaster Ryan. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajalakshmi.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rajalakshmi, for the wonderful evaluation. I would request the timer to please provide the timer's report for the evaluators.
Toastmaster Prasad evaluated for 3 minutes, 28 seconds. Toastmaster Abhijit evaluated for 3 minutes, 35 seconds. Toastmaster Rajalakshmi were waited for 3 minutes 45 seconds. Only Prasad is qualified, rest from disqualified.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghu, for the timers report. Yeah. I would like to call upon next our grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Meenu, to provide the grammarian report.
You need to unmute yourself, Meenu. You need to unmute yourself, Meenu. Thank you.
Toastmaster Meenu, I think you're on mute, so we'll just request you to unmute.
Hear you. We can't hear you.
I um
Yes, Toastmaster Meenu.
Yeah, the grammarian report, Meenu, if you've taken it, fine, otherwise we can move on.
see grammarian report. I didn't take because I was just focusing on the word of the role rule.
Give us the word master report.
Pardon?
Wordmaster report.
Wordmaster means Wordmaster Dr. Sorry, DTM Anita has used Euphoria one time, and Toastmaster Kaushik has used one more time, and even I heard like I don't know. I am completely out now. I don't know really what to say. Sincere apologies to each and everyone. Like after the I should say like after the table topic master, I'm gone out. I'm really sorry. Next meeting, I'll come back.
Okay,
Sincere apologies to each and everyone in this meeting. Sorry for the same.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Meenu. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Yeah. Now moving ahead, proceeding towards the meeting, I would like to call upon our general evaluator for the day, DTM Kaushik. Yeah, 1 second.
you're reading.
Yeah. Yeah. So DTM Kaushik is our general evaluator for today. He is a FMCG professional who works as a head manufacturing at Camelicious Camel Milk Company. He has been staying in Dubai for the past 8 years with his family, and he's been part of the Toastmasters fraternity for the past 5 years. He is the past president of Wings of Magic Toastmasters Club. He is a successful club coach of Rendezvous Club. He is currently serving as the Area 3 Director. I would like to heartily welcome our general evaluator again, DTM Kaushik. Round of applause.
Thank you, Ryan. When you touch someone's life, it is a privilege. When you touch someone's heart, it is a blessing for him. When you touch mind, it is an honor. When you touch the soul, it becomes a crown. When you touch the spirit, it is a miracle. Dear Toastmasters and guests, let me allow to have an honest confession, keeping my right hand on my left heart. I am touched. The meeting started and being mentored by the great mentor, DTM Anita, at each and every stage. It was really beautiful to have this kind of experience. There are shortcomings. I don't say shortcomings. I say you could have improved these things. Like you could have circulated the agenda slightly before the meeting for the convenience of everyone. You could have printed 1 or 2 copies of agenda for ready reference. You could have started the meeting at the time you told everyone. But I would like to give benefit of doubt for everything we do. You did not print the agenda because you appreciate the slogan of Green Home. You said, you started the meeting late because you accommodated many Toastmasters from their comfort of home. It was a hybrid meeting. Hybrid meeting we started since last 3 years only. We are still in nursery. Before COVID, we never imagined that this can be hybrid meeting of Toastmasters. Nowadays, this brought some sort of convenience and non-convenience. People can join from their home, but they miss the fun of physical meeting. Both goes together. Everyone in the meeting played their role so efficiently. If I start with Ryan, he started the meeting with a real energy, with a clear message, which hit me personal touch. And that also, he started with a very, very apt story of himself. Then comes the word master. It was euphoric. for getting this first honor award and remind you of the medley upcoming. It is the area director role. So I took a chance of getting that. With that, thank you very much. You got already Venkatesh in medley relay, so you can achieve that. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me and giving me such informative experience. All the physical and online. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kaushik, for the wonderful general evaluation. Moving forward now, I would like to say that it has been an amazing day today. Thank you for everyone attending online and in person, and for having this wonderful 93rd meeting and having it a success. Please, if you call yourself a round of applause. Thank you. So, thank you so much for having me as the Toastmaster of the day. And I would like to now hand over the podium to the president, to our president, Toastmaster Prasad. And it's been an honor being Toastmaster of the day. Signing off, Ryan Alvarez. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster, and can we have a big round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day? So, firstly, thank you everyone for your presence here, physical as well as our online members, and it was a great meeting. Your presence and your participation made it even more special. So we'll not take more time. We'll just have a small just feedback from the guest. So we'll first start with our guest Venkatesan. How was your experience of the meeting?
Before coming here, I'm not sure that it will work for me to improve my personal and professional skills. But after attending this session, I really liked it. It was awesome. A special thanks to Prasad. When I was contacted first time, it was so welcome. He speaks for like because I must go thinking of that after getting the speech. So thank you so much for all. Because I mean today's started my career. I think I feel very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Can we have the like feedback from our online guest Ashok?
Hi. Thank you. It was a really good meeting. I had some network issues, so I was missing some speakers during some time. Otherwise, it was good. And like if the speaker would come little bit front so that we can hear loudly, because I had to struggle to listen the speakers. This challenge I was facing. So otherwise, meeting was very good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, can we have from DTM Abhijit? Just a quick feedback from you. I think it's not from Toastmaster. Yeah.
DTM Abhijit, are you there?
You are mute if you are there.
We have Anshuman's mom.
Yeah. Can we have a small feedback from ma'am, Shanta Vishwanath?
Anshuman's mother
Yeah.
and father, can we have
Yeah.
a feedback?
From you.
Okay.
Are you there?
Anyone online, they want to speak,
Yeah,
maybe you can announce.
yeah, okay, we,
No.
others were last
Yeah,
week, we know.
I.
Yeah.
No, I'll just tell, actually, DTM Kaushik has challenged me that while enjoying the comfort at home, you are missing physical presence. So I'm challenging myself to make it happen next time. Thank you, DTM Kaushik.
Hello,
And,
hello, I am Anshuman's father. Can you hear me?
yes, sir, yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yeah, today I heard Anshuman's speech. Very nice. He was very passionate. The metamorphosis as a Toastmaster from a pupa to a butterfly with the help of so many people whose names were mentioned, which is one of the good part of his speech. Expressing gratitude always is a good culture. I appreciate Anshuman and I thank all those who supported Anshuman to grow to this level. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, sir, we need you occasionally in our meeting. Please do come.
Yeah,
Currently, I am in India. When I am in Dubai, I will come there personally, or else I will try to attend virtually, if
Yes,
opportunity permits.
Can we have from Toastmaster Minu? Just,
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Prasad. The meeting was really excellent from a great message from Toastmaster Ryan and followed by the presidential speech and the insight which you have given in regards to the pathways and how we need to take different paths and what are the levels, different pathways and all. And then followed by the speeches by Anshuman, Padmini and Toastmaster Anita. It was really wonderful. Like, I was just observing like how to, the different ways, like the starting, how to pass that message and how to conclude the speeches. And then coming back to the evaluations, like, what all the areas which mainly means we need to check, we need to give importance while giving a speech. All these, I just want to conclude, it was really a great meeting. Except, kindly apologize the flaws which happened from my end. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Over to you,
One
Toastmaster.
more last thing. I would like to congratulate all the participants today. And I would also congratulate the evaluators who had given them very critical and supportive feedback. Okay. Thank you all for all those. You have done a wonderful job today. Please continue such things.
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much, sir. You can
Okay
join us
then.
in-
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Sir, shall we move on with our next presentation? Yeah. Definitely. So we'll just see this one, the best speaker for the day. So we'll start with the best table topic speaker. The best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Kaushik. Thank you, sir. Can we have a round of applause for?
Yes.
Yeah. Next is the best evaluator. Due to the kind of qualification is the Toastmaster Prasad. I said. Next, yeah. So the best speaker for the day is Toastmaster Anshuman.
Yay!
Can we have a round of applause?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we have all the winners here? Just for the.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
One give it, sir.
Yeah.
Speaker can hold it up.
Yeah.
Three cups in one, sir.
Can hold you. The speaker can hold the cup.
That's what we said.
Thank you so much. Yeah. First, I'll just close the meeting. So now with the power vested in me as the president, I declare this meeting as this officially closed now. So can we have a group photo? Can all join here? So online also, please keep your camera open.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe somebody. No, I'll take the picture, but you are just, your cups and ribbons. They're all you there, there are time disqualifications with features and evaluations. DTM Abhijit, we were inviting you for the feedback. Yeah. I'll just take a quick picture and then probably you could give us your feedback. Yeah, don't move. Just don't move. Or even there. Yeah, DTM Abhijit, if you could have a few words of feedback from your end and then we
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, New Start Toastmasters, for giving me the opportunity to be an evaluator today. Of course, it's always great to be a part of a new club, maiden club for me to be in Dubai. Dubai is one such place where I have been on and off, quite often come across, but New Start Toastmasters Club is also a new start to me to be part of your club meeting today on a Saturday morning. And I totally loved it. A hybrid model kind of gives a liberty for people who are actually members of the club to be part of the physical setup, plus also gives an opportunity for Toastmasters who are not part of the setup, but dialing in from some part of the world to come forward and then participate. So this kind of experience gives the leverage to both sides of the arena, which is offline and online. And yes, initially there were some glitches, but that's a part and parcel of all these technicalities where we all face challenges. But hybrid model really works wonders, and I'm totally in favor of that, because that kind of gives an opportunity for every individual to be a part of a club. Physical mode, if I'm not in Dubai, I won't be able to attend. Online mode, a lot of people are not able to connect physically. So hybrid model, I think it's there's a trend, and that will probably be taken forward for a real long time in this platform. Thoy loved it, and I'm looking forward for more such association, more such participation with your club. Saturdays are off for me, so I can very well contribute a little bit of my time for attending your club meetings, taking up roles, and doing any role that probably the club wants me to do. So great job done as a whole. As the congratulations to the ExCom, and yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Is there-
We call it a day. Thank you so much, everyone online. Is it something that we need to
No.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So we're looking forward to hearing role from one of us.
Yeah.
Whoever is ready, please show in your message for the next meeting, which is going to happen for
24th, yeah, 24th,
26th.
26th of August. we have a
26th
meeting.
of August, we have a meeting. Can we have it a Bollywood style,
Yeah,
where the general evaluation is done in a Bollywood manner? Okay, so we'll keep you posted. Probably then I can take the DOE role.
yeah, fine. That's great.
Yeah, so we'll have it, because actually AD Kaushik inspired me. I think I'm going to call him back as a GE, and he's going to do a Bollywood style general evaluation. You came, AD Kaushik, you are right. So yeah, we have the general evaluation there already. We're looking to probably a different DFO, and it's going to be Bollywood or a filmy style from the next meeting. So good luck everyone, happy weekend, stay blessed, take care.
Bye, bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, thank
Thank
you, and
you.
bye. Bye, everyone.
And more of grammar currently, you can just send us material for us to understand better from your end, maybe audio messaging
26th,
you.
on the group. Yep. Take care.
Oh, that one.
I think it's finished.
So.
Thank you, Ricky and Abhijit.
You want to do it in front of a bigger audience.
क्या कर सकते हैं? Just a second, I'll just stop the live.